You gotta love it when the heavyweights come out here. We got a couple of heavyweights coming out here that a contrast of styles. We've got a boxer who's been knocking people out and a kid who does jiu-jitsu who says he's a submission artist.
Yeah, Travis Chaffin is actually from Colorado.
Did you say Chaffin or Chaffin?
It's Chaffin.
Speaking of Chaffin, Junior Sealu was supposed to fight him tonight, but he said he was chafing a little bit, couldn't come in and stick up for that. So he had to step in and take his place.
And he did step in and say, I'll fight you. This Chaffin kid has jiu-jitsu background, but you know Tuiaki, you've seen him in the past. He knocks people out.
Okay, Tuiaki and the kid who's Chaffin that does jiu-jitsu. Heavyweight no holds barred, check it out. All right, I'll go ahead and apologize now, Johnny Rich. You should make fun of a guy's name, but it was just too easy. It was out there.
Just too easy, especially with Junior Sealu chafing. That's great. It worked out perfect.
Well, the Colorado kid, as he calls himself, Travis Chaffin, came here ready to fight. Didn't have an opponent for the reason you just spoke of. And he said, you know, I will fight anytime, any day. I'm 5'10", 220 pounds, and I got to go back and play football soon. So give me as many fights as you can.
Well, it's all about competition for E. Mike. It doesn't matter what he's doing. He just wants to get in here and compete. And if that means he's got to get in here and beat up the Colorado kid, that's exactly what he's going to try and do.
Man, I just think people deserve to get the most brutal beatings of their lives, so that's what I believe in, so going for it. Yeah, I've been training over at Bill Petit's school in Grand Junction, Colorado, and I've also been here at Pedro Salier working on my groundwork here, and I got some really good trainers. For one thing, he has a hard name to say. Another is, you know, I just got a superior mentality and hopefully better strength and speed.
He's definitely a competitor. He talks about doing all these rough sports, though, fighting, football, rugby, and
golf. Golf. What was that about, E?
Yeah, you know, that shows what a competitor he is. Yeah. He likes to do anything that he can compete with you at. He's 5'10", 220 pounds, goes by the nickname of Ogre 6. Johnny, you know where that came from?
Ogre 6? You know, I don't, but I know that he wanted me to give a shout-out to all his crew down in SUU, the football team. Wes Myers, the head coach down there, he wanted me to give a shout-out to those guys.
Well, consider yourself shouted out.
Last time I fought Tom Black in the cage, and it was a good experience for me, the cage, first time. So just been training hard, man. It's all about training. Today's game day, so practice is over. No, I mean, it does take a lot of guts, man. I mean, it's easy to sit from the outside and say he sucks or whatever, but I give props to whoever steps in, man. It's a different experience. I just come in because I like competition, whether it's football, rugby, golf, whatever. Competition's my thing, so. Oh, because Utah's better than Colorado.
Well, he says he's got quite a bit of a martial arts background, and he certainly couldn't be in better hands on the ground than Pedro Sauer here. He's got to learn how to say his name.
Say his name right, but he's right. You know, he's the jiu-jitsu guy. Talked about being a jiu-jitsu kid, and he's good on the ground, and we know E is good on his feet.
Wow, there's the contrast of styles once again, and E admittedly has not had much experience on the ground, but he's been a difficult guy to take down because that right there. You got to get through his hands first, and I think that Tuiaki is going to make short work of this one.
Yeah.
7.5 seconds. And,
well,
wow.
Travis talked about getting a brutal beating. He said people deserve that.
He's patting Lonnie on the butt there, saying, thanks, great job, had a good time, I'm out of here.
Yeah, well, he just got a brutal beating by E2. Is he even break a sweat, or? No,
you see Crush Combat Camp brought to you by Beehive Bell Bonds, where the national anthem was a lot longer than the fight was. We didn't even have a national anthem.
We didn't have a national anthem. Well, it was longer than that anyway. So Tuiaki, wow. Well, once again, knocking through the competition, beating people up.
This kid here, Johnny, you got to look at him in Maniac eventually. There's somebody along those lines. This post-fight interview brought to you by the Old Salt City Jail,
the best steakhouse in town.
All right, Travis. A jiu-jitsu practitioner has got to pretty much get a guy to the ground, and you just missed that one little detail.
Yeah, I just didn't get him to the ground.
You feel like if you were able to take him down, things would have gone differently? Did you feel like if you were on the ground that you would have been able to do what you need to do?
Most definitely.
All right, so with that in mind, do you need to maybe go back and work on your stand-up, or do you think you maybe change the game plan, shoot in quicker? What do you think you need to do to make this thing a little different for you?
I could just dive.
Football tackle, right? All right, so now let me ask you this. It didn't work out so well for you. You got caught with a pretty good shot and then another pretty good shot. Are you going to come back and do this thing again?
Oh, definitely. It's so much fun.
You had a good time then tonight, right?
Totally.
Well, that's what I like to hear. It's the ultimate combat experience. Sometimes it just doesn't work out so well. Tonight you were good. I know you hate to hear this, but not good enough. But I hope we do see you come back and do it again. Not much to say. This post-fight interview brought to you by our good friends at Great Clips.
Go to ultimatecombat.com for participating locations.
Give this guy a round of applause. He just tied the U.C.E. fastest knockout record. You knocked him out in about 8 seconds. How does that feel?
Just close your eyes and keep punching, dude. Something will happen.
You just close your eyes and keep punching. That's a strategy you have to knock someone out in 8 seconds. I think I'm going to practice that. I'm going to just close him and let him go. But you landed the big shot. You knocked him out. I mean, not really much to talk about. How's life?
It's good, man. Thanks.
It's good? How's that Southern Utah?
Good, man.
How about all you boys down there? All the coaches, everyone's doing good?
Yeah, man.
8 seconds, there's not really much to talk about. But hey, you did it, man. You moved one step closer to the Delta Center. Are you ready to fight in that thing? You ready to fight in the big game?
Yeah, I mean, I know I have a lot to work on, but I'm looking forward to it. It's a new experience.
So am I, E. Congratulations, man. You're moving on.
Thanks.
He just had a tougher fight getting out of the cage than he did in the fight.
He fell down the stairs, but he was over in 8 seconds, Mike. That almost ties the record.
That's pretty dang close. That damn line is getting slower. He just didn't quite get over there fast enough to stop it, to break the record.
Well, if he would have, he should have on that one because the kid was out. He might not think that he was, but he was out like a light.
Yeah, he went. You know, E is a bad dude, and I cannot wait to see him in the Delta Center, Johnny.
He looks a lot like a guy we used to see fight all the time, Benjamin Fuimano. This kid's got hands. He knocks people out.
And, you know, I just...